Hey guys, it's RebeccaOberstadt. In today's video, I'm finally going to be swatching a palette that I've had for a while. This is the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. If any of you guys have seen my other video on like the Mauves palette, you know that I didn't really care for that one. It was super dry, hard to work with. But this one, I don't know if this is one somebody sent me or if I got it in a package, like a bundle thing or whatever. I didn't specifically buy this. I got it as part of something else. And my ring light keeps sliding down. One moment, technical difficulties. Okay, hopefully that's better. I will be doing finger swatches. I will be using my Fabletics makeup removing cloth. It's already wet with water to do these swatches, and then I will do outside video in shaded cover as well as in direct sunlight, since we actually have sun in Florida right now. I am filming this near the end of January, so I don't know when this will go up, but I have a bunch of palettes to swatch that I haven't done any swatch videos in like forever. So I need to get a bunch of them done. So I don't know when this will go up. I don't know when any of them will go up. I'm scheduled out until February already. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I really like this palette. I know Lauren May Beauty had raved about this palette. There's several other creators that had raved about this palette. And because there was some controversy about what's under the label and whatnot, I had like peeled it up at one point. I don't even know if I can get it peeled back up again. Probably not. Anyways, this is a cute little palette. I have used it quite a bit and I actually like it. So there are 9 shadows in here. I'm going to be doing 3 at a time. That way, you know, I don't have to worry about doing a pinky swatch. There are only 3 matte shades in this palette completely. And they're very odd matte shades to go with the shimmer shades that are in here. But I've done a couple of palette looks with this, but I do use this quite a bit for like holiday looks and specialty looks. This is not like a palette that I grab and use all on its own. It's something that I use with other things. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hands are freshly washed, arm is ready to go. I don't put primer or anything down. And we're gonna start. I don't think these shades have like names or anything, but we're gonna go ahead and get swatching. And I do double swatches on purpose so that you can see how the colors can be built up. And on the eye, some of these do react differently. I have found that any of the metallic or shimmer shades in this palette, you kind of really need to either use a wet brush or a finger in order to get them to work the way that you want them to, just for the simple fact of what they are. I find that the mattes can be a little dry and powdery, but they do seem to build up and blend out nicely, and I don't have any issues with them doing that. And you will get glitter fallout with a lot of these shimmer shades, so always do your eyes first when using something like this. And I do have some glitter residue left over on my hand. So now into the middle row. I think this one here is my favorite shade. I do have a couple of other shades that I would compare this to, so I'll get into that in just a second. I have Serpentine from Lele Posh, and this is a very, very similar color to Serpentine. It also is very similar to one of the shades in the Shane Dawson collab palette with Jeffree Star Cosmetics that I sold. So I can't do a comparison swatch between those. But this is a super rich, it has like an olive base to it, but it has like this emerald green sheen. And then this one has like turquoise and green glitter in it and a dark green base. This one here, I've always had problems with. It's always been very sheer and hard to work with. And these matte shades do, or the shimmer shades do feel like wet, or as some people would call it, creamy. This one doesn't need to be built up, but I want to just show you just how deep you can get this. This is a very rich shade, and I like how deep it goes. turquoise shade needs some help. I don't know what's wrong with it, but the other mattes aren't quite as bad as that one. And I now have glitter all over the counter from that dark shade. Now moving on to the last row. This shade here is like a khaki color. It's like an olivey brown. And then you have this one, which is like a bronzy green. And then this one is really pretty. It's like a yellow green shade. This is very similar to the first shade, it's just not as chunky. And there we have all of the colors together. As you can see, this matte and this matte are fine. This one here is very sheer, so you kind of have to slowly build it up. I don't have any problems with any of these shadows staining at all. And I find a lot of these shades, the shimmer shades all work with a dry brush, a wet brush, a fluffy brush. You can put some of these on, like this one here, if you put it on, you can use a fluffy brush to put it on and then blend it out. And of course you'll have glitter like everywhere. But because of the base color of this one, it works really well to do like one shadow and then blend it and then pack it all over your lid to get the shimmer effect, and it's beautiful. This green shade in the middle is so rich and so gorgeous, and I really, really love it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that Serpentine shade really quick so I can show you what it looks like if you want to try an indie brand to, you know, if you want to get that shade from them versus buying the Huda palette, if that's the only shade out of here that you really like, I will swatch it on my hand so you can see the comparison there. All right, this is Serpentine from Lele Posh. It is an indie brand, and it is a beautiful shade. It's one that I bought. I didn't like get it in a mystery bag or anything. It has like a black base. And I did compare this to the shade out of the Jeffree Star palette. And this is, you know, one swipe. You can also do this like the other one and like blend it out. So I'm going to swatch this one next to it. This one has like micro glitter in it that's green, whereas this one's just a strictly metallic shade. So I'm going to build them up one more time. And there they are next to each other. Very, very similar in shade. I don't know which one I got first, whether I got the Serpentine shade first or if I got the Huda palette first, but I find that the shades are very, very similar. This one feels wet. This one can feel a little scratchy on the skin because of the micro glitter in it. And I do have like fibromyalgia, so textures to me feel a lot different than they do to other people. Trying to see if I can get the camera to pick up just how pretty these are. And as for the other shades in here, I don't think I have any other similar shades or palettes that would be comparable to this. So this is the only one that I know of that's similar to this. But yeah, this is the Huda Emerald Obsessions, I will do the rest of the video outside, and I will see you guys out there in just a minute. Alright, here we have the Lele Plush Serpentine shade and the Emerald Obsessions shade, and I'm in shaded tree cover, so you can see this. I'm going to go in direct sunlight here in a minute. Here is the Emerald Obsessions palette in shaded tree cover. So you can see what it looks like in a little bit different lighting. Some of these are very light, like this one here barely shows up, and this one here barely shows up. You can see like a peek of this one. When I go into direct sun, hopefully you'll be able to see it better. Alright, we're in direct sunlight now. Again, this is the Lele Posh and the Huda. And here is the Huda Beauty Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions in direct sunlight. That first shade, that's still barely showing up. I can barely see it on the viewfinder. If you guys like swatch videos, I do try and do them in various lighting, inside versus outside, when there's sun permitting. I am in Florida, so you never know what the day is going to do. So hopefully you guys like this. This is the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. I will leave it linked down below, various locations where you can buy it. I need to figure out where I got it. I don't know if this is one somebody sent me or if I got it in like a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy or something like that. I know I got it somewhere. I didn't buy this directly, so because I do not support Huda Beauty or her brand or any of the thing that her brand stands for, so I wouldn't have paid money for this. But it is a beautiful palette, and I am glad to have it. The Mauve Obsessions that I had, I got from an Ipsy Plus. I do believe is still listed on Depop, so I will leave that link down below, and I can list it on my website if you want to buy it from me at a discounted rate. It is sanitized and ready to ship out. Anyways, I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day or night wherever you are, and I will see you later. Bye.